Yesterday's Bibliomancy, celebrating the fact it was the 1st of July. My, how time flies. Don't know why I thought it was the 1st of July. It's my birthday in the middle of July, and I know my birthday was a couple of weeks ago, so I have no idea what was going on in there. Interesting that the quote yesterday from Douglas Hofstadter's book, I Am a Strange Loop, was all about being able to be precise, to give mathematical precision. And it made me think about how some things you can respond to precisely and some you can't. And it seems that one of the things I can't respond to precisely is the idea of the passing of time and the notion that August actually comes after July, and, that's the way time works. Anyway, away it goes. It is the 2nd of August, he said, checking his computer. And today's Bibliomancy, during which I get a book off a bookshelf in my house and I dip in and find a sentence and see what it says to me in terms of what I should reflect on today. Today's book is poetry. It's Ted Hughes, The Tales of Ovid. Ted Hughes is retelling in contemporary poetic form of Ovid's Tales. Book I've read, I don't know very well. I don't know Ted Hughes' poetry terribly well. I like what I know, but I don't know it very well. So anyway, here we go, flick and find a sentence. But I had a servant there, a quick-witted girl, Galanthis, the most beautiful hair, red gold, low-born, but dear to me for her loyalty. But I had a servant there, a quick-witted girl, Galanthis, the most beautiful hair, red gold, low-born, but dear to me for her loyalty. Not much you can say about it, really. It's poetry, it is what it is, it evokes what it evokes. But for me, immediately, it talks into some personal history. My mother, who died 18 months, 2 years ago, something like that. Low-born, very low-born, but quick-witted and loyal. Transcended her class background by the contents of her character and her behavior. Not that she was someone who was unproblematic. She wasn't the easiest person in the world, but having left school, semi-literate, at the age of probably 14, she was quick-witted and loyal, a lifetime of nursing. Not most of it in the National Health Service, because she, as a student nurse during the war years, was sent to look after tuberculosis-ridden soldiers returning from the front and promptly caught tuberculosis, and after that was never allowed to work in the health service. So someone who was a servant girl, definitely of that class, and who transcended those things. Dear to me for her loyalty. The speaker is speaking from a position of elevated status. Am I of elevated status? Growing up, I used to think so. My parents had created a solidly lower middle class environment. And as a scholarship boy and the son of a teacher, I was sent off to the school where my father taught, a boarding school, which is another whole story. It was a hateful experience in many ways. But certainly I felt myself to be in some ways socially superior. Now getting older, no, not at all. Economically, definitely not. And in terms of anything else, no. I am of no status. I just am what I am. I had a servant there, a quick-witted girl, Galanthis, the most beautiful hair, red gold, low-born, but dear to me for her loyalty. Did Galanthis exist? Now, in this moment, is she echoing through the centuries since Ovid first immortalized her? Will any of us live so long? Have a wonderful day. be quick-witted and loyal.